Good morning, dear children. Today in this class, we'll start chapter number 9, Reproduction in Animals. Yesterday, we did the key terms of this chapter, that is the misunderstood words of this chapter. So, the name we have written, let me recap or tell you that what we are going to study in this chapter. Reproduction in animals. First of all, the definition of reproduction. What do you mean by it? Types of reproduction and how animals and human beings reproduces. After that, we are going to study about the metamorphosis through drastic changes. Few of the animals they reproduces, so they have to go through the drastic changes through it. So that is known as a metamorphosis. After that, in the last, we are going to study about the unicellular organisms, that how they reproduces. The way of reproduces, that is one way how amoeba reproduces, that is a binary fission. And second way is hydra. It reproduces by budding. So all these things we are going to study in this chapter, reproduction in animals, and it's very important chapter, children. Till you will be studying science till class 11th, till class 12th. These all chapters will be continued till then. So basically, in previous class, you have learnt about the reproduction in plants. So reproduction in plants already we have learned. Now in this class, we are going to study about the reproduction in animals. So let's start with the first definition of reproduction. And first question comes that what is reproduction and why it,
Ma'am, your voice is not coming.
what, what is reproduction and why it is necessary. So children, reproduction is a race for the continuation of life. The process of producing young ones of their own kind. That is known as basically the definition of reproduction and why reproduction is necessary to continue the race of life. Otherwise, the life will stop. So to continue or to produce young ones of their own kind. That's why reproduction is necessary. So here in table 9.1, children, you can see the animals and their young ones. What we used to say there, like the baby of a human is known as young one of a human. That is a baby. Next, in this way, we can say cat. The young one of cat is known as
Kitten.
kitten. Young one of cat is known as kitten. Dog, pup,
Puppy.
butterfly,
Caterpillar.
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 hen, chick, cow,
Calf.
Calf.
cow. So in this way, children, we can say that the each one animal is producing the young one of their own kind. So this process is known as reproduction. So I want each one of you to kindly underline the definition of reproduction and why reproduction is essential for the continuation of species. Kindly underline this. This is the reason why reproduction is essential or necessary. Next comes the types of reproduction. So Ananya Jain, kindly continue. Continue reading. Mode of reproduction.
Modes of reproduction. Have you seen the young ones of different animals? Try to name some of the young ones by completing table 9.1 shown in examples as serial number 1 and 5. You must have seen the young ones of various animals being born. Can you tell how chicks and caterpillars are born? How are kittens and puppies are born? Do you think that these young ones looked the same before they were born as they do now? Let us find out. Just as in plants, there are two modes by which animals reproduce. These are sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction.
Okay, fine, fine, fine. Next, Neha. So children, you can make a web chart over here. This is a web chart that how types of mode of reproduction. So Neha, you can continue with the sexual reproduction.
Okay, ma'am. Sexual reproduction. Try to recall reproduction in plants which you studied in class 7. You will remember that plants that reproduce sexually have a male and female reproductive parts. Can you name these parts? In animals also, males and females have different reproductive parts or organs. Like plant, the reproductive part in animals also produce gametes that fuse to form a zygote. In this zygote, which develops into a new individual, these types of reproduction beginning from the fusion of male and female gametes is called sexual reproduction.
Okay, okay, fine. So
Let
I
us
want each
find
one of you to underline the definition of a sexual reproduction. The fusion of male and female gamete is called a sexual reproduction, and the product found is zygote. When male and female gametes fuse together with each other, what substance is formed? What is formed? That is zygote. Zygote is formed after the fusion of male and female gamete, and the process is known as sexual reproduction. Okay, so let's continue with the next paragraph. I hope you have underlined the definition of it. Sexual reproduction. Next, one by one, we are going to study here. First, we'll study about the male reproductive organs. So, children, in this class, in class 8th, only we are discussing the reproductive organs. Okay, and but in higher classes, you will be studying the functions of it. So, let's continue with it. Pavitra, continue reading.
Okay. Male reproductive organs. The male reproductive organs include a pair of testes, two sperm ducts, and a penis. The testes
Want each one of you
produce
underline kindly. A pair of testes, two sperm ducts, and a penis. These are the male reproductive organs. And the next line also. The testis produces the sperms. Okay, the male gamete is known as sperm, which is produced by testes. Yes.
millions of sperms are produced by the testes. Look at the figure 9.2, which shows the picture of a sperm. Those sperms are very small in size. Each has a head, a middle piece, and a tail. Does it appear to be a single cell? Indeed, each sperm is a single cell with all the usual cell components.
Okay. So,
Female reproductive organ.
okay, beta. So this is the what you have to do in this part. You have to learn first of all, just underline the male reproductive organs. So pair of testes, two sperm ducts and penis is there. By whom the sperms are released? Sperms are released by the testes. Okay. And one thing very important, sperms are very small in size. Kindly underline this also. Small in size, each has a head, middle piece, and a tail. So question, so children, this is a figure of human sperm. See, this is a head, middle piece, and rest part is considered as a tail. So here the question arises, what purpose does the tail in the sperm serve? Why the tail is there? Three parts are clear. This question may be in the diagram also, or you have to label this diagram. So what is the use of tail? The question arises. Why it is so? Anyone among you has any idea? Yes, Pratiksha?
Tail helps sperm to float in the water.
Yes, not in the water exactly. So the function of tail is to help in the movement of sperms. It helps sperm to move. Okay, so this is a function of a tail. So children, I want you to draw the diagram of male reproductive system also in the notebooks on the left page, and even of the human sperm. Kindly put a tick over here. And the You can make a web chart also, that male reproductive organs, 3 male reproductive organs, and after that you have to draw the diagram of human sperm. Till here, any query to anyone?
Ma'am, what is the function of sperm?
Sperms, I told you that testis produces sperms, and sperms move. In sexual reproduction, you have done that the fusion of male and female gamete. So sperms move to the female gamete. They fuse together and the zygote is formed. So sperms move from penis to female gamete. Okay. They meet there, and after meeting, the zygote is formed. So this is the function. The children in higher classes, in class 10, you will read in detail. So here only a very less part has been given, and I will share the functions of each. The 3 part you have read, male reproductive organs, I will be sharing, because in this NCERT there is not written a single function of it, but I will be sharing with you, okay, in the form of a PPT. After that comes a female reproductive organs. So here also we have to see that female reproductive organs, 3 female reproductive organs are there. See children, underline it. The female reproductive organs are a pair of ovaries. I think it's clear to you. Pair of ovaries means 2 ovaries are there. Oviduct. Oviduct, another name for oviduct is fallopian tubes, and a uterus. So 3 things are there. A pair of ovaries, this is oviduct, and this is uterus. So kindly underline, or you can make the web chart of it, that the female reproductive organs. I hope it is clear. Pair of ovaries, oviduct, another name for oviduct is fallopian tubes. Fallopian tubes. And this is the part which is known as uterus. So what happens in the female reproductive organs? These 3 organs, and after that we have to see which is a female gamete. Female gamete is ova or eggs, we can say. Like we have just done in the males, the male gamete is known as sperm. In the same way, the female gamete is known as ova or eggs. One is the same thing. So in human beings, a single matured egg is released into the oviduct by one of the ovaries each month. Uterus is a part where the development of a baby takes place. Like the sperms, a egg also a single cell. So you can write down here that like a sperm, egg is also a single cell. Sperm is a single cell, egg is also a single cell. Okay, let me tell you how this process of fertilization takes place. Just we have said this is ovum. Okay, this is ovum. These are the sperms. See how the sperms are traveling, and they here combine or they fuse with the ovum, ova or eggs. They fuse together, and this process is known as fertilization. Means ova or eggs are at its place, and the sperm has to move. They just move from one place to another for the fusion, and this process is known as fertilization. And children, the product of fertilization, when the fusion takes place, जब sperm और eggs आपस में fuse होते हैं, तो क्या product form होता है? Zygote is formed. Okay, zygote is a product, and the process is known as fertilization. Is it clear? So this, see how male and female gametes fuse together. Next comes, and you already in chapter number 8 we have read that it is a human ova. It has been shown the picture of it. So in the center, as usual, each of the cell is containing a nucleus. So here one more figure has been shown of zygote. How zygote form? So fusion of both the nucleus. Like मैंने अभी आपको यहाँ पे क्या बोला? This is a ova, और ये क्या है हमारे? These are the sperms. The nucleus of both combine together. They fuse together and they form zygote. Here one question is there. Bujo recalls that size of the eggs in the animals varies. The egg may be very small as in the humans and much larger in the hens, or the ostrich egg is the largest. You know that. In previous chapter in the cell where we have read about the structure and its function, you know the variation in the sizes of the cell. Bacteria is having the smallest cell, that is smallest in size even, and the ostrich egg is the largest one of diameter 170 mm into 130 mm, and that is visible, and rest of the cells they are of very smaller size. It's not possible to see them, we can't see them, so they can't be seen with the naked eye. Only with the microscope we can see the cell, but the ostrich egg or the hen's egg we can see them with the naked eye. So children, this was a male and female reproductive system. So even you have to draw the female reproductive system, and tomorrow I will continue with the fertilization, that what is fertilization and how it takes place and what are the types of fertilization. As in the misunderstood words, you have done internal fertilization and external fertilization. So we'll continue with this part in the next class.